What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties with on my part, my lack of tech savviness. uh, I forgot to change the orientation to horizontal rather than vertical with the StreamYard settings. So I was like, "Why the fuck am I was getting frustrated too. And I was like, I don't understand this crap. I don't. I can't. When technology just starts changing things that you're used to being a certain way, and it's just like, no, stop, leave it be. Don't try to mess with something that's working just fine the way it is. But no, I get why they're giving that option is so that if your audience is primarily viewing what you're doing on their cell phones, then it makes sense to have your orientation to be the same as what they're seeing on their cell phones. So I get it, but it's frustrating on my end when I'm sitting at a computer. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week been? Who's having a grand old time with their holiday shopping? Isn't it just wonderful to do all this holiday shopping at this time of the year when you're broke? When you've spent all of it on Aries fixed blades? Because that's what I've been doing. Uh, who all we got in here? Ground Fog, Neil, Joe. What's up, fellas? How are you? We need some more people in here. I'm not doing a giveaway if there's just three of y'all. That just doesn't make any sense. And got a couple of sweet goodies here. What's up, Joe? How you doing, Joe K? Anything crazy happen? My kids have gone and clogged up our house sewer system. So last night I got to spend a whopping hour and 45 minutes running around every single drain we've got with a 50-foot long wire snake and trying to figure out where they jammed it up the worst and free it up. So I think we've concluded that with all this yucky business that we need to get our septic tank in the yard pumped out. Like it's we've been in this house for 7.5 years, and with 8 people, 6 kids, teenagers now, 5 of them. I think it might be time to get that tank emptied out, which is not an expense that you want at this time of the year. Oh, what'd you get for Christmas for 2025? I got my septic tank pumped. Like, it sounds almost redneck. But that's not what my family, that's not what the wife and I want for Christmas this year. It's it needs to be done. So I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as that goes. It's still a little I gotta go back. I think it's their shower. I think it's all the damn hair that's clogged up down in their shower drain. That's the main culprit. But yeah, we had a good time. Let me tell you about this crazy stuff. I know I'm talking about house stuff, and if you're just a renter, this is like way over your head. Like these are if you can buy a home, if you can own a home these days, that is the way to go. That is the way to go. Yeah, no, no Xmas coupons for septic services. I wish there was, right? At least this, like last year. Last year it was like early November when our HVAC system finally said no, thank you, I'm done. So last year in November we got our a new HVAC, new unit for the house for our air. And now this year, like, it's our plumbing, it's our septic tank. So unfortunately, those are like the horrors of home ownership. In like the slightly more expensive updating and renovating and repairs goes. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of us, that only happens every 5 to 15 years. You've got to invest, a handful of $1,000s, anywhere from $3,000 to $12,000 to, for some major repairs or renovations and that kind of stuff. But that's a whole lot better paying a mortgage, wearing like our mortgage company also includes all of our taxes, our escrow, our insurance, our homeowners insurance, all that stuff is all put together by our mortgage company as one bill. So we pay one amount, and that is, for this house, it's under $1,300 a month. It's well under $1,300 a month with everything included. So family of 8 people, 4-bedroom house, and almost a full acre of yard, which is pretty decent for around here. We pay less than $1,300 a month for our home and property and all of that, at less than 5% interest. Well under. We're like right around 2.7 or to 2.8% interest for our mortgage, which, yeah, you're not going to get that with zero down. VA. I'm the hookup with the VA. If it wasn't for being a veteran and having that zero down VA mortgage, I don't know if we'd be in a house by now, but it would have been another 2 or 3 years before we could muster up and be able to afford a down payment and have a mortgage. But yeah, so that's a whole lot better than paying $1,500 a month, $1,200 to $1,500 a month for renting the same size, same home. If we were renting this place, it would be around somewhere between $1,500 and $1,700 a month. And then once we're done renting and move out and move on, there's no return on that. All that money every month that we paid, that $1,500 to $1,700 a month, that's done. It's gone. At least as a homeowner, when we sell this house, we get a big return, which will serve as a wonderful down payment on the next one. So if you don't understand all of that, you need to wise up. I understand about that much of that much. So, and that's better than starting off knowing that much. It's better to know this much of all that rather than this much of all that. Yeah, but no Xmas coupons for septic services. But we did have, since we added my stepdaughter to our insurance for vehicles, for car insurance, she did get her driver's license, which is not a good thing. She did get her driver's license, so the wife put her on her insurance, and in doing that with who we were with versus who we could switch to save a good chunk of money, the wife was like, "Let's do that. Let's switch." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. You looked into that. You figured that out. I trust you. Make the switches if it saves us money." And so, hey, there's D. Letterman. What's up, D? Mr. Letterman, sir. How are you? So the wife did all the switchy with the insurance stuff. And she was like, it just makes sense. Let me get a quote for the homeowners insurance, make everything go to the new company. It's kind of nice to just to have everything underneath one company. You usually save money that way, right? Well, long story short, she kind of goofed up in the whole process. Supposedly, there's errors in the system. It wasn't entirely her fault. Computer crash, yada yada yada. Ended up, we went and had like a 5 or 6.5 day gap of not having homeowners insurance. And when that happens, it's kind of bad juju. It's not good. Your mortgage company's kind of like, what the hell are you doing? They get a little irritated, and like it was just the whole situation was absolutely no intention, not an issue of not being able to pay or anything. It was just trying to switch everything over, and stuff happened. So I had to spend the better of a midday, about 3.5 hours on the phone with like 4 or 5 different people, trying to figure everything out and fix the problem and get us back with with one of the companies, covered with our homeowners insurance, and without it penalizing us terribly, awfully penalizing us, because what it looked like was possibly going to happen, and I was like, oh hell no, 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 please somebody save us. So I did get it all figured out, and we ended up at the end, with all the hard work that I did, finally paid off that day. We did end up saving money and being able to take care of some of the escrow for next year. So next year's payments for our mortgage and all of that stuff. Excuse you, dog. You all right there, Zorro? You sniffing and snuffling and huffing and puffing down there. Dog's getting old. Like 12 years old this year for Christmas. He's getting old. Zorro, you're getting old, man. That's like 70, 75 in human years. He's getting old. I don't know. He might not be. I don't know what the conversion is. But anyway, so I figured it all out, got it all squared away, and we're saving money. We're better off than when we were with the original company. So cheaper house payments, cheaper car payments, insurance payments, not car payments, but insurance coverage for us and our vehicles. All good, all good, all positive at the end. And then, hey, the meetup that Aries EDC did down in Florida, even though I had to drive the car because it was awfully rainy, I would have gotten really terribly soaked going both ways if I had taken the bike. But I missed not taking the bike. I like taking the bike, but took the little go kart, my little tiny car, and and zipped down there. Had a good time. Met some new people. Got to put some faces to names, which is always good. It's definitely kind of like, for me. For me, it's really just a reassurance to myself that, hey, my friends do exist. It's like all the people that I chat with online and through Instagram Messenger and Facebook Messenger and whatever. All the people that I communicate that's in our community and a couple of other communities that I'm in, my backpacking community and my kayaking community, and I have like in my woodworking community. Yeah, so it's really cool to do these meetups, and I really need to do a better job going to more of these, and that's kind of why it was really important for me to drive the 4 hours down there. It's got to be more than just Blade Show. Yeah. How's work? Crazy, crazy, crazy. You had 6 patients all by yourself? Okay. All right. Well, there's no dinner for you either. She mad that she didn't get her lunch today. Oh, well, that's what the kids ate for dinner tonight was pizza. So, no, I didn't know I had to fix the Christmas tree. Did it fix itself? I don't know either. I am slowly getting around to, with all the other crap, putting up Christmas lights, getting the Christmas lights set up outside the house. We took care of the inside pretty much, and I'm in charge of the outside. And so I did go to the store today and get some other strands to start replacing and resetting up the ones that are on the edge of the roof line. And then now I've got the ones that go out in our front island towards the end of the driveway. But yeah, so Christmas lights, fun, right? Oh, the other Joseph is in the house. Sweet. All right, so I did get my new watch. I figured out which one I was going to go with, and got not the one Mrs. Urban preferred, but I did ask a couple of y'all in the community, and of course I asked Mrs. Urban for her thoughts on which of the two watches I should stick with. I was debating between this blue one and this gold one. Let me pull up the photos that I took. I know I'm still working on. I believe it's their shower that I've got to, their bathtub that I've got to redo. So if y'all can see that, there's the silver and gold one with the gray face, and then there's the silver one with the blue face. And the silver one with the blue face is the one that I stuck with, that I'm going to keep and wear. And then this is an aftermarket band that's like a suede leather with some super bright tan stitching. It's almost a gold, like it definitely stands out. But it's tan. I believe from what I can see, it looks like tan stitching, but it might be an off gold. But yeah, so I'm digging it. I'm liking it. I absolutely like the watch. It is a very, very thin watch head, and that's my preference. I don't like a thick watch. See how thin that sucker is? Very, very thin. And he's a 40 millimeter face, so not really big on the wrist. I don't like huge watches. I like minimalistic sized watches. So yeah, nice leather on the inside, suede on the outside of it, and it's kind of like a steel gray colored band. And it just has that touch of blue and that dark gray. Really cool, really nice band, really sweet watch. Weighs next to nothing, feels very comfortable on the wrist. And it's a Citizen, and it's their Eco Drive, which is solar light powered. So the lithium ion battery that's in it gets charged by light, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be specifically sunlight. It can be any kind of light. So it's technically being charged right now, and that the face on it is actually semi-transparent. So even though it looks like just a solid blue face that just has a light texture to it, it's actually like 3 or 4 wired screens that are just layered together, and the light can pass through it. So really cool how it's made. And Citizen just does an awesome job. Again, It's a well under $300 watch. I will not spend a crap ton of money on a watch, but at the same time, I'm not going to go super cheap. I do have a super cheap watch. It's my good old Timex Expedition field watch. Just nothing wrong. Fully functioning watch. Good watch. Does exactly what it needs to do. It is a little loud. It takes your standard batteries that you get a pop, but it's and it's still, I mean, it's definitely thicker, but it's not not massively thick. So this is like 4.7 millimeters thick, and this guy is like 9.5 or 10 or something or another, something like that. I don't know. Let's use the calipers and figure it out. Somebody left my bedroom door open. Hope you aren't having to listen to their nonsense. Yeah, it's 9.5 millimeters on this guy. I could not stand like anything over 10.5. Once you get to 11, that's a thick watch. No, thank you. What are you doing Monday?
AAA testing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Citizen watches. I really like their Eco Drive. I've been super happy with how virtually being silent, and they just they do a really good job with all their watches. But they, with their thin faced, minimalistic, smaller faced watches. This is my dressy watch. They don't even make this model anymore, but this is a sweet watch. It's all black metal band with the dual sided clasps like that. So they come together like so. Yep. And then just the face of it has all the crystal accents and the glowing hands. So yeah, this is my dress watch. I got this sucker like 13 years ago before going on a cruise with the family, and I was like, I need a nice dress watch to wear out to dinner on the ship, and to any other nicer, fancier occasions that we have. Um, and it's the watch that I was wearing when I got married. Yeah, so got this watch, and then got the Timex to replace an old Armatron watch that I used to have for that. And this sucker is a whopping 5, 6, 7, just shy of just it's like 7.8 millimeters thick. So again, well under 10. I do not like thick watches. But yeah, so those are that's the new news, the new item that I picked up. Along with, okay, can we not talk about that right now? The other new item that I did pick up is this thing. This is the second Wesser that Aries made for me, and there will definitely be a video coming out relatively soon comparing this Wesser to the first one that I had him make, which is right here in this box. But yeah, so here's the red one, and here's the blue one. Red and the blue. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a video comparing the two in their fit and finish quality, which is just absolutely like a stellar. Like it blows my mind how amazing of a job Scott does on these things. Um, he just does a really, really good job. They're not perfect because they are done by hand, right, rather than machine. But for being done by hand, really does a freaking good job. Really does a good job. I am very, very happy with his craftsmanship and making these things a reality for me. And he knows because he got to see this one. Um, he knows that that I have absolutely used the crap out of this guy and and put him to some hard work. He has this thing has definitely gotten some work put in. Like, oh, definitely put. You know, and check this out. This I just did this for the first time. I wasn't even thinking about it. So, like I said, these things are made by hand by him, and the sheaths are made by hand by him, specifically for the knife to click into, right? Because it's Kydex, so it literally clicks into it and has retention, right? Full blown retention. What's up, Bluminati? I saw you come in here. How you doing, bud? So yeah, so the fact that the sheath is made to fit the knife that he made entirely both by hand, to have those clicky tolerances, right? Well, this one went with the red, and the red handled one went with the gray sheath, right? And yet the red one clicks into the red sheath. So the fact that he's making the tolerances spot on enough, when I asked him to make from the first one, the measurements the going this way and the measurements going this way here in the handle, I asked him to change that just the littlest bit. When he did the blue handled one, I wanted a whopping millimeter thicker this way and a whopping millimeter thicker this way. It's one little millimeter, but believe me, it changes the ergos just that all that much, to where the slightly, ever so slightly thicker dimensions on this one definitely feels a little more comfortable. Well, all that much more comfortable for larger hands. Whereas the red one is great in its dimensions, being just slightly smaller, that whopping 1 millimeter. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do a nice video comparing, contrasting. And hey, speaking of Aries, there's the man right there. There he is right there. So Aries, check this out. We didn't do this. I didn't do this when I was at your meet and greet thing. But you know the red handle or the red sheath goes with the blue knife, right? With the blue handled knife, right? You made those match up, right? And you know that the dimensions are slightly different between these two in the handles. But check this out. The first one that you made, the red one, and the red sheath click together. No rattle. Full-blown retention. Even though the measurements are just minusculely different. Yeah. I mean, isn't that crazy, Aries? Isn't that crazy, Scott? That the sheath retention is so freaking impressively close. Isn't that nuts? I just did that for the first time like right before you popped in to the live. Yeah, and it's mind blowing that like I know exactly. You did not measure any of that. You just went for feel and trying to do what you could to meet my requests, and just my mind blown, dude. Totally blown that you just nailed them so close, and the fact that the knives will go in each other's sheaths. Yeah, exactly, Bluminati. That's just like that. Just shows the craftsmanship. Just unfreaking believable, man. And yeah, so Aries is just he's killing it this year. I am so unbelievably happy for him and everything that he's done and accomplished, and how many happy customers he has, his channel growing like tenfold. It's just I hope that this is everything that you wished this year would bring for you, Aries, because it's got to have. I'm so happy for you, dude. So freaking happy for you. And and then I did talk to you all about how I went and bought the Kubi blooms, which are really freaking sick. Really sick. So yeah, I went and put the little ulti clip on this one, and I also did the ulti clip on the blue handled Wesser for just because I like the ulti clips and I like the vertical drop into the pocket just as much as I like your scout carry on the belt. I like both carrying ways of carrying, as you can see. Um, and I couldn't tell you which way I like better. I think it all depends on the rest of my setup for the day. It depends on the clothes that I'm wearing, the pants that I have on, the layers of shirts and jackets and stuff. It all kind of just depends. So it's nice to have multiple options, and it's really nice to have multiples of each knife that you just absolutely love. you know, multiples, all about the multiples, right? But yeah, this is his bloom, harpoon bloom that he did for me, and God, I love this thing too. Oh, I have quickly grown. I mean, I was a fan of your stuff before you said yes to doing the Wesser. I was more of a quiet fan. Once you said yes to doing the Wesser, I was all in. I was completely on that Aries train, and I'll go anywhere you want me to go, man. I'll go anywhere you want me to go, just because I absolutely love everything that you do. And the icing on the cake is that you're a pretty swell guy as well. And I enjoy talking with you and spending some time with you here and there. So yeah, Scott's an awesome guy for sure. He's got the Urban Woodsman stamp of approval. Not that he needs it, but you just ripping off Robo this whole time. Oh, great. So that is a great segue into tonight's giveaway. So tonight's giveaway is going to be, in fact, the star of the giveaway is going to be one of these blooms, Kubi blooms. One of this version, exactly, the black burlap micarta handled one with the stone washed and black sheath. So that is the star of tonight's giveaway. So we're gonna do one of these. Whoever wins, they can let me know if they want me to throw this paracord wrap on it, which is just a red and black cordage, or if they want to do their own cordage. It don't matter to me. If you like this and you want it, I'll do it. I'll put it on there. But yeah, so I have one right here, completely wrapped up. Or I can just send it just like this. If anything, I probably just prefer to send it like this because I don't know if I have time to do paracord lanyards right now. These days, these couple weeks have just been chaos, and I'm being pulled in 50 million directions by everybody in my family. But so tonight's giveaway, the star is the bloom, and then I'm gonna add one of these Next Tool keyring keychain multi tools. They're just a hair bit bigger than an SD Classic, and I really like that size. Just a little bit bigger than an SD Classic, and then the scissors are the better type of scissors. They don't have the little itty bitty spring that's in there. They have an actual like lever bar that's a lot more heavier duty. So I mean, look them up. Look up the Next Tool. What's the model of this thing? Oh, I don't know. It's just called the Next Tool multifunction keychain knife, and this is the olive drab color, which is a very dark green. Like, I pulled it out of the box and compared it to their black one. It's just a little bit lighter than the black one. And you can tell that it's green, but it's just a very, very dark green. And then I'm gonna throw in one of these O-Pen Mini 2s. This is the second one. This is the one that has the pencil on the other end of it. Yeah, if I can find. Oh, I know where mine went. So I have it in another bag. So you know how they first came out with the O-Pen Mini, and that's just a standard bolt action pen, you know. And then they came out with the O-Pen Mini 2 that then gives you a pencil tip on the one end that kind of screws in or whatever. So that's kind of a cool feature. That's a nice additional feature to be able to have a pencil tip along with a pen all in one. So that's that. So that's your 3 items in the giveaway. Robo says if he wins, he wants some blue cordage. I tell you what, if whoever wins, if you want a lanyard, a blue lanyard, I have still from back when I have the little lanyard and titanium Timascus bead that they have. So it's a dark blue, which would look good. Would definitely look good on that black burlap handle. So you have that dark blue cordage, and then you have a little Damascus bead. And I think I have that on a knife, not with that blue cordage, but I think with some other cordage. But I'll include one of these if the winner wants it. If the winner wants it. If you don't want it, then I'll save it and it'll go in another giveaway at another time. But if you want it, if you like lanyards on your fixed blades, I include one of those. Let's see if I can. Yeah, here we go. That bead also looks good on just black cordage as well. So if you don't want the dark blue cordage, that bead looks pretty good on the black as well. I know the camera's not going to show it the greatest, but they are cool looking beads. This is one of my Blade Show pickups from a couple of years ago. Good numbers years ago. This is a sweet little knife, something different. It's got that gear cogged front flipper, tall front flipper. That's pretty sweet. I like this. This is an awesome box cutter. I don't even remember who this is from. Like, who makes this? Oh, it's Evolve. It's an Evolve knife. But yeah, it's a sweet knife. I haven't carried this guy. I haven't used this guy. I might take this to work tomorrow. Open some boxes with it. A sweet little knife. Again, it fitted my goal of the items, the knives that I wanted to buy at Blade Show that year. I want one of my categories that I like to pick something up for. It's just something really different, just something out there. That's like my jam, but also not directly in the main wheelhouse of knives that I go for. So, all right, y'all let's go ahead and do this. Let's do the number game. The number game. I've got so many Aries EDC fixed blades sitting around me right now. I'm just like, ah! Hate it when I talk and don't hear me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, thanks. Thank you, Bluminati. Number game rules. Y'all all know the standard rules. What you gotta do. What you gotta do. Word of the wise, if you don't already know, not that it's not sharp, but it's not like crazy sharp, because they did like a 24 to 25 degree beveled edge there. It's a rather steep edge, so it comes sharp out of the box, but it's not that shaving, super slicey, curvy, paper cutting sharp. It's like a working sharp edge, a good working sharp edge. So some people like that on small fixed blades like that. Other people are like me, and they gotta have that 17 to 18 degree edge. That's really super slicey, and a little gets it a little thinner, just a hair thinner behind the edge. But yeah, so all right, where the hell did I put the sheet for this thing? Yeah, so numbers game. You could always just rip the paper too. I do that. Let me think of a range and write down a good fun number. Good fun number. What's a fun number, y'all? Let's do that. And let's make the range. Oh, the range. All right. Let me type in the range so that it's posted up there. If somebody wants to, my wrenchers, I haven't wrenched too many of y'all. If y'all want to go ahead and somebody put up the start, and then there's the range. Somebody put up the start, and we'll go. Range is 260 to 480. Somebody put up a start. I put up the range. Somebody have some fun with the starts. The range is 260 to 480. Illuminati's going to start off with his guess at 313. 260 to 480. Groundfall 383. Come on, get your guesses in. Guess. There we go. Put my pen back. So, my event, the craft fair event that's done downtown, that I do all my wood turning stuff for, that thing got rained out. That was the night before Aries meetup thing, and it got terribly rained out. Like nobody was out and about because there's so much rain. I didn't even set up my table or nothing. But fortunately, I got lucky. I had a lady who had been by my table in November's craft fair night, and she put in a custom order, made some requests for a few items. So I made those on top of replenishing what I sold that month. So I made another 5 or 6 items on top of her 6 items that she requested. And so, I had my work cut out for me for those 3.5 weeks. I was like cranking double time on wood turning projects and wood making projects. And then to just be rained out. But so when I met up with her on Sunday, this past Sunday, the day after Aries meet and greet thing down in Florida, she not only paid me for her order, but I showed her all the things that I had made since the last time we had seen each other, and she went ahead and darn near bought me out. Like she went and bought a whole handful more, another 5 or 6 items from me. So she was my saving grace that weekend. Essentially, basically paid for Western number 2. Yeah, essentially, that's about how much I made off of selling her my wood. And but she's got a big family, and she was like, these are gonna make some great gifts for a lot of her family members. So she's super nice, and that was really, really sweet. Totally made my day. Made my freaking day. Yeah, it was very cool. So all right, I think everybody's gotten their guess in. Let me do an official STO. All right, I'm gonna give y'all about 3 more seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. D. Letterman just got his 412 guess in there, and stop. Thanks, Blue Knight. Alrighty. Stop. No more guesses. Officially for the Bloom and lanyard and bead and keychain knife and the awesome little Olight EDC pin. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a little perturbed that Olight's not really coming out with anything new. Nothing new, nothing really innovative, no sweet design. But all right, y'all ready to see who our winner is? Let me scroll back up real quick to where we started. Okay. All right. And the winning number from our range here is 464. So I went on the higher end. Definitely went on the higher end. Usually I go low or somewhere around the middle, but this time I went in the higher end. So 464. Who's our winner without going over? Come on down on the Price is Wrong, Bob. So Joe K is 457. That's pretty darn freaking close. I think that's it. I think Joe K is our winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everybody else was on. Oh, Joseph S was 404. Marco was 430. And D Letterman was 412. So yeah, Joe K, you the man. You are the winner. Winner, winner, winner. Sweet. You don't have a bloom yet, do you? I hope you don't. And be honest, Joe, are you a lanyard guy or are you not a lanyard guy? If you are a lanyard guy, I'll throw this in here. If you're not, then let me save it for another giveaway, and somebody else who will for sure put it on something can have it. But sweet. I'm assuming, Joe, your address is still the same. If not, or if you just want to be positive that I do have. So you don't have a bloom yet. Well, you do now, sir. You do now. You do now. I am setting you up, man. Setting you up. And you do want the lanyard. Good. I will include it then. And I will entrust you to be able to put it on yourself. Pretty sure you can manage, right? Yeah. All right. Sweet. So that is December's official giveaway golf from me. Now, if I do some kind of a surprise giveaway at another live, either next Friday or let's see, how many Fridays do we have before Christmas? Just next Friday, right? Yeah, because Christmas Day is 25th. Golly. The days of shopping are dwindling. We are getting super close. We got to make sure that all 50,000 kids in this house have something, are going to get something, right? Yeah, so yeah, just hit me up, Joe K. Make sure I got the right address and I'm sending this lovely package and to the right home, to the right person. And yeah. Y'all have any questions from me? you think you can handle that? Good. I knew you would. Y'all got anything new? Any new knives? Anything exciting from y'all's end that I should know about? That's not Aries EDC related. I don't know what it is. Besides the fact that I just got hooked on his stuff and obsessed with the Wesser, it becoming a reality. So with all that aside, I'm putting my watch back on my wrist. That takes an extra ounce of concentration for me. I'm not used to putting them on strapped bands. I'm used to when I put on a watch, I'm used to the clasp bands and not the buckle strap buckle deal. It's like tying shoes are hard for me because most of the time I'm throwing on my boots. Yeah, email is, I mean, you could hit me up on Instagram, but email is the same thing. It's urbanwoodsman87@gmail.com. Right there. There you go. It's in the chat now. Urban Woodsman 87@gmail.com. So yeah, you can just email me your mailing info, and I'll get that out to you early next week, Monday or Tuesday. I like to say I'm pretty darn good at getting those things shipped out. I'm a little surprised that Eagle Scout EDC has not stopped by yet. He's not here. Ginger Fisher's here. What's up, Ginger Fisher? And I know Robo Steven in the house. Yeah. Oh, you're one of those, really? Then you and G-Ball must be real good friends because he's a Hotmail guy and an AOL email guy. I think I want to say Greg still legitimately has both a Hotmail and an AOL. I don't know if they still work. Well, I know the Hotmail emails still work, but I don't know if anything that's AOL still works. I have no idea. But yeah, so let's see. There's really no other good news. Yeah, G-Ball still uses MySpace. Dude, I have not talked to Greg. I've not chatted with him in quite a while. He does have a some somewhat recent videos of some gear drops and stuff like that. I don't remember. Couldn't tell you the last time I stopped by one of his lives either. Has he kind of taken a little bit of a break from? I remember when he was rocking and rolling, he'd pretty much do 2 lives a week, and then be having a video post like every day, couple days, twice a day. He'd have 2 videos posted. I think he slowed down a little bit, but which is good. He needs to focus more on family. His kids are growing up and getting bigger and more fun and everything. So yeah, exactly. He does more of his stuff later at night. Again because of the kids. Oh, you can't hang past 9. Is that your bedtime? Is that your bedtime? You go sleepy, sleep. Oh, yeah. So lots to do. I've got some more wood turning to do. I actually have another order of 4 items I've got to make. I've got to make 3 of them. There's one item that I'm making. Here, let me show y'all. I'll share the screen shares with you. I am making one of these guys. Percent. I am making one of these guys. One of these doohickey things. It's the short ones. Like that. Yeah. So I'm making something that looks like that. A little bit bigger than the ones that this guy's made. But yeah. Something like that. It's on the lathe and it's like 80% done. I just got to finish sanding and then separate it and then drill out the bottom hole so that you can put the little battery powered tea light into the bottom of it. So I'm real close to getting done with it. But yeah, so like when I was coming across ideas of different wood turning gifts to make, that was kind of one of my things that I wanted to do was make one of these things. One of these cool little tea light lantern candle guys. They're fun. They're cool looking, kind of neat, and a little holiday Christmassy. Being winter time. So I have that to do to finish up, and then I've got some other things. You're a total weenie. Oh, don't don't do yourself like that. But oh, let me show y'all. I made this. I did make turn something else that did not sell. So I turned this platter thing, and this is the largest diameter that I've ever turned on my lathe. This is just shy of 10 inches in diameter, which is big. And to make something that wide that ends up being this thin, when this part was on being done on the lathe and spinning at over 2,000 RPMs, yeah, it was a little sketchy. It was just a little sketchy because that's spinning super freaking fast. And then this section I did in one go, and then I did the base as another section, and it's all glued up and like fitted together like PVC pieces, like PVC pipe fittings. Just male and female attachment points, and just all glued up like that. So it is solid. It is solid and looks really freaking cool. I'm super happy with how that turned out. But yeah, this is a great centerpiece for on a dinner table or on a on a coffee table. Yeah, maybe your liquor bar. Yeah, this thing came out freaking awesome. I was really happy that I did not screw up the top of it. I was very happy because when I was doing that, it did make me nervous. Once I got it thin like that, it was making me nervous. Yeah, or a foyer table if you're fancy enough to have a large enough of a foyer to be able to put a table up there. My foyer is rather small. The table that we have is like not even really much of a table. But all right, I should see y'all next Friday. I don't see why I wouldn't be live next Friday, and we might do a little, more festive decorating of the set here of the makeshift studio that I really don't have. And maybe I'll put on not an ugly Christmas sweater, but something more festive. Oh, I need to find my Buc-ee's beanie hat. I gotta find that. By next week, it'll be cold enough all the time to where I'll be wanting to wear that thing. Keep my noggin warm. But yeah, congrats, Joe, and yeah, I will see y'all in other lives in the chats, and see you next Friday is the plan. As always, be safe. Don't do anything crazy like I would do. I'm out of here. Peace.